Howdy, folks. Tina, aka Teemaw, is here tonight. Now, I don't know for how long. I've been having internet issues the last couple of hours. We don't know why, because we haven't had any precipitation starting yet. So nothing started. And the cold is not supposed to affect it. It has its own built-in heater, this Starlink. So we're not sure why I've been having internet problems, and I hope this holds. So let's get this show on the road. So our giveaways tonight are going to be hashtag Billie, Billie, since Billie was the first one to say howdy today because it's chilly but sunny and beautiful in Washington State, she says. So very, very cold here, 5 and 7 degrees. I'm not even sure what it is right now, but 1 degrees. So it's 1 degrees outside. We're trying to stay cozy and warm inside. I hope you are being able to stay warm where you are as well. So let's get into this. Since I'm going to show y'all more things tonight about Big Bling, all sorts of Big Bling, and our tiniest little bling, the P4S, I am not going to say hi to everyone again. I also want to give a shout out over to J. Robin T. I saw them while I was putting up this StreamYard that they were doing skin tones. Fantastic. I love to see them do skin tones, and hopefully that was very helpful to everybody, because I've had to change out skin tones, and you would do the same thing with changing out hair colors, so to speak. So you take those shades of blonde and turn them into shades of brown if that's the way you want to change them. But that was a great job, ladies, and y'all look beautiful over there. All righty, Billie A was there. Yep, we're gonna hunker down, everybody. Let's hunker down together. Now, Candle Fox 48 sounds like a new person here. Thanks for coming in. Yes, there's a lot of cold going on. Gray, misty, cold. Castle Rock, Colorado had a 19 of high. Well, you were higher than us in Missouri. Speaking of diamonds, yes. Cold, cold, cold. Right, everybody? Cold. Emeralds Craft In. Another newer one there. Someone's in Northern Illinois, 29. Oh, 10, and feels like 29. It's negative 10. Never mind, negative 10. Look at that, Laura A. Okay. Let's see. Chris, nursing a bad migraine. Ah, stink. Hope you feel better there, Chris. In Louisiana, a little more north, but I'm afraid I'm going to get some kind of wintry mix. Yeah, it's bad. So even when I ordered on Amazon yesterday, they've already changed their delivery dates. So they know what's being forecasted. They know what's coming. We were supposed to be on the very northern edge of this storm, which I understand they're calling it Fern. Cheryl really liked that. But they changed it. So now we are not on the northern edge. We are on the northern middle edge. I don't know if that makes sense, but we're not on the edge anymore. So instead of 1 to 3, they're forecasting a minimum of 5. So we'll see what happens and go from there. But it's the frigid weather for over a week that I'm not happy about. Oh, Melissa, I emailed you today. So check that out, please. We are completely out of Square Glitter 977. I had to email you about that. Okay, so my StreamYard is not keeping up again. So I don't know if Diane's in the house or not, but I got to turn my head a little bit to read over here because, again, StreamYard is not keeping up with my comments. I hope that does not bode ill of the internet. But hashtag Billie tonight. So we're going to be, let's go through our giveaways. Let me write down the date here. 123 already. We are at the 4th week of Blingy in the New Year and Ticket to Ride, folks. And we have, let's see. We're going to have a Tia pen tonight. We're going to give away a Palm Pal pen from Tia. And if you haven't checked those out, I'm going to show you some samples here tonight. They are E-pen compatible. So that means that you can use them with your Picmondu. And you don't have to, though, because you can use it just for a regular, beautiful pen. And she hand makes these. Clay makes them out of clay, and they are beautiful. I have several. So we're going to give away a Tia pen tonight. And we are also going to give away a winner's choice. That's what we'll do, a winner's choice of this lime, and that's supposed to be, now in person it looks a lot more purpley, but that's a blue purple, and I printed the wrong color. So anyway, that's going to be tonight. Or the tray, that's the color it was supposed to be, is a purple instead of a blue purple. But the tray's not perfect either, folks. So anyway, the winner will choose one of those for tonight, and along with a Tia pin. So we've got some good giveaways tonight. There we go. It's catching up a little bit more now, but not really. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate it. Okay, so smack that like button on the way in. I appreciate that. And let's get into it. So besides the storm coming, I thought I was doing really good. It was 3 weeks ago, like Wednesday, that I had what I thought was an ice dye down in here. And after looking into it further, since it was down deep in here, I thought, well, maybe it's just a clogged, not a clogged tear duct, but just a clogged gland, oil gland. And so maybe it's, I think they called it chalazion. Maybe it's a chalazion instead of an ice dye. So I bought a different heated eye mask. I started doing that today. But when I woke up today, this top portion right here was feeling a little achy. Now, as you know, if you've been my viewer for any length of time, since 2024, I've started having ice dyes, or so we thought, between either clogged oil glands or styes or whatever they're called, off and on. Last year's not too bad. And I started the year off with a clogged something or other. So anyway, guess what? I went into the mirror to get ready before the live, and sure enough, I now have another sty. That is how we're starting this year out. 2 styes in 1 month. Yes. So I don't like that. Eve, you're feeling pretty well. Supposed to see the doctor on Monday to get clear to go back to work. Hopefully the appointment doesn't get snow canceled, right? But hopefully you are feeling, are you up to par, Eve? You feeling up to par now? Oh, did I see Tracy's in here too? Next week, Tracy's DP World, we are going to give away, or next week, a gift card to Tracy's site with her putty and little minders. So good. Anyway, so yes, another ice dye. Now we have, oh, and happy birthday to Pink Poodle. I don't know if she's here or not because I can't read everybody's stuff. This one's not keeping up. Howdy, Miss Tracy. And but if Pink Poodle is here, apparently it's her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday early, Miss Pink Poodle. All righty. Let's see what else we got. Oh, some great news. The website, up to par or close to it. Yay. All righty. Was Princess Tia here? She looked beautiful tonight with your butterfly, Tia. Loved it. So the website for Tall Oaks is not up and running yet. It's on the way. However, the Google form is available. We have already started having signups. So if one of you mods could sling that link, we'll do that now. We'll do it in the middle. We'll do it at the end. It is also pinned to the top of the Facebook group. And also we've had several people ask if they wanted to coordinate a retreat of their own. We give different pricing for that as well. So if you want to contact me about that, you're welcome to talloaksretreat@gmail.com. You're welcome to shoot an email over there if that's the way you want to have that, or have your own. That's fine. Lisa's blind your left eye, and every so often will get pains in my eye where it feels like someone is stabbing it. Oh, well, that's not fun. There's Miss Anita. Howdy, folks. Let's see. I'm just looking real quick to make sure I'm not missing much. Again, I appreciate you all being here. There's Miss Cheryl K. She finally got out of Facebook jail, apparently. And so that's sign up form. Now let's see. Let me take this out. Yeah, we did more at the beginning of last week or last weekend. I finished inputting all of the extra stock, or the restocks of sparklers for squares. So that included Espresso Violet and Sparklers Gingerbread, Twisted Garnet, Twisted Lagoon. Those were out of stock, plus among handfuls of other things. So I want to let you know about that. Tonight before the live, I inputted square metallics. So pyrite is back in stock, along with whatever those other square metallics were that were out of stock. I think it was nutmeg, clover, evergreen, and pyrite. If you still happen to have pyrite left over from the very first batches, it's not an exact match, not quite that gold as that flower back there, but gold and pyrite are very similar anyway. So if you wanted pyrite was out of stock, using metallic gold would work too. So anyway, there's that. Let's see what else we have. Yes, we're going to talk about Tia's Pom Pow pins here in a little bit. And just making sure that we, y'all heard of, is anybody here? I need to know. So, sometimes I just need to know stuff. So y'all told me about the Hoka shoes, which my feet really do like them. I have still been testing out some of the other Skechers, but so far nothing else has I like one kind, but not a lot like the tennis shoe style Hoka yet. But hey, Koopa Kai, welcome in. Let's see. Oh, Marion's you're going to leave Florida and head to frozen Texas in the morning? Whoa. Let's see. Need to shorten the link for Tall Oaks. I did send a shortened link for that. Thank y'all. I thought I did. I thought I sent a short link. And if not, let me know, ladies. I appreciate that. Okay. But something came up on my feed this week. I think it was called Bomb Bear. It was gummies for hair loss. It had like bamboo in it. What else did it have in it? Pearls, bamboo. Has anybody heard of this? Anybody? Bomb Bear gummies. I don't even know if gummies work. I don't have a clue. Please tell me if y'all have ever heard of these gummies for hair loss. Let's see. Koopa Kai, found some on Amazon. Supposed to be as good as the Hoka shoes. Today was my first day wearing them. I love them. They were only 52. Well, send me that link, Jen. Send me that link. Copy the link and it worked. Okay. Well, there is a short link there in the chat, ladies, or I thought I'd sent it. Okay. Some other public service announcements. Diamond Design Co. The Diamond Design Co. company has just launched her website, and she is having a 20% off grand opening sale. If you've ever wanted to try her out and haven't yet, now is a great time for that. She doesn't yet have all of her stuff on there, but Amy over at the Diamond Design Co., check them out. Those are the mini canvases, and she's now starting to do some bigger canvases. And I went and placed my order today, diamonddesignco.com. I believe that's Amy over there with grand opening is the 20% off. Okay. And also Crafts with Crashley has, it looks like I deleted that anyway, but Crafts with Crashley also has some new artists. I lost all the names because I just deleted it. I think Femke, Deborah, and Dominic Davison, and Micah Jelena, and there's several more I didn't know about. I deleted my note. There you go, Tia. That's true. The Diamond Design Co. on Etsy, the code Teemaw-10 will work for that, but now they have their own site, and this, I don't know how long the sale is. If you use grand opening, you get 20% off at her site. So y'all should try it. Joanna, most things for hair now has biotin, and that affects really. So biotin affects thyroid meds. I didn't know this. Yay. Yay, Kim. I'm glad your package arrived safely. Use a free URL shortener. Some of those links are crazy long. I know, Arlene, right? I had a shorter one. I'm waiting on 10 mini sets and the latest Mrs. Puff kit. Oh, good. You ordered some. Mutt nut. I'm sick. Think I have the flu. Oh, stink. Thank you. Crafts with Crashley referral link is Teemaw-10. So if you want to try that, unless they're having some sale, the sale is this weekend only, says Tracy. Grand opening, 20% off the Diamond Design Co. There you go. Entire weekend, have edit, go for it. I highly recommend those canvases. Speaking of which, Boy, do I have some cool stuff to show y'all on those canvases. Biotin actually affects the lab testing for thyroid levels, but not the actual absorption of thyroid meds. Just stop taking the biotin supplements 5 to 7 days for your lab work. I have heard of that. So before I get my testing, they say to stop any biotin supplements. So I have heard of that. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that. Oh, I use Bitty, but I don't have them open. Let's see. Bundle up. Drink some warm liquids like tea or cocoa. Chicken noodle soup works too. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to get something. You're sick, all right. Before my birthday. My birthday is Sunday. Oh, stink. Well, I hope you get better before Sunday. I'm the one who did the enhancements on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, Emerald's Craft In. Way to go. I have really seen some cool enhancements going on, and I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all are just learning. This is wonderful. Everybody listening can all go be experts. If you're not already, you will be. That's the whole point. We just want to keep teaching folks. Anita says she's freezing, trying to type with gloves on. Really? Do you not have a space heater? I know you're wearing multiple layers of clothes, I'm guessing, right? I saw you Saturday night with a pink shiny hat on and a big old coat. Is that still true? All right. I have another question for you guys. I need to know, with the show of hands, whether or not you like the pointy top drills. What's your preference? How many facets do you enjoy the most? Do you know? Do you have a clue? Or do you just enjoy diamond paint? It don't even matter. Jen, thought I would save my no buy this weekend. Now going to have to break it. Go to Diamond Design Co. There's a couple I want. Yes, some of the changes for that. I wonder if you wrote them up. Emerald's Craft In, did you write up those changes? Since we don't have Willy Wonka, that'd be great to put in the group. I have a space heater, but freezing temps. I'm layered and bundled. So Melanie likes 13. Arlene does not like the pointy top. Cynthia loves 23 facets. Diamond Art Crafter doesn't care. Does it matter to me how many facets are gems? As I love all the gems. I don't care as long as they're good quality, right? Not real picky, says Terry. Don't care about points, just how shiny. The more facets, the better. 15 are my favorite. I don't really like the super pointy ones. Gotcha. Howdy, Miss Sarah Ann. Welcome in. Only care about the quality. Gotcha. Well, apparently, I might be able to have a choice on that, what we get. So on most of the squares we have, they're like, I think it's 9 and 13, something like that. It's a mix. Now Jen says prefers not to mix the two types. Well, I was working on the canvas from Captured by Radiance, and honestly, there's not a lot of bad drills in there. So that's good. It's been a lot of good quality drills. However, they're mixed in that canvas. So they have pointy ones in there. That's why I was asking, because I was been dealing with the pointy ones this last week. So they have pointy ones in there, but they also have different types in there. So the pointy looks great in her star, says Linda. Howdy, Miss Barbara. People don't mind, not picky as long as they shine in good quality. And then don't like the pointy tops. Somebody loves the 23. So we got all mixed opinions going on here, right? Got an order in with Diamond Design Co. There you go. No idea. I wouldn't even know what to look for. Honestly, Michelle, counting facets is extremely difficult. You can't really do it with the naked eye, barely. And so a lot of it is marketing, but I can tell the difference when they're pointy on top. And I can tell the difference between the 13 and the 9 facets. I can tell the difference of that when they're mixed. And you can tell the difference if it's pointy. So I love to feel my diamonds on a completed canvas. I don't know how many facets that makes it feel smooth. Well, when you have the pointier tops, like some of the newer Diamond Art Clubs, they are a little rougher. But I liked the one. There were several colors in this Captured by Radiance kit that had pointier ones, but not all of them. So I thought that was strange. because the point is, I think even Diamond Art Club, when they're changing it out, they are mixed drills among their canvases too. Anyway, yes, right, Terry. Several have both. It really does, and it does give it a lot of depth and dimension. Lisa can't use a space heater because it always blows my breaker out. After the first time I used a surge protector, and everywhere I put it would turn off. Yikes. Stay warm. Anita, could you do like jumping jacks or running in place or just moving or marching or something? I don't know. I think the flat tops all blend the most. Howdy, Mr. Matt. The 20 facets do seem the most different. Flat tops all blend the most. I just want them all the same. Right, Melanie? I don't have they all been the same? I don't know. I don't think the kits is your kit all the same, Melanie? I mean, whatever you're working on, the DAC mix is what made the mix frustrating to me. I don't like when the drills are mixed. I don't like the 9 facets at all, says Cynthia. Yep. The mixed drills aren't horrible because if you're buying bling, obviously that's going to mix the types of drills you have, which does mix some of that. But I don't love the 9 facets either, I don't think. The flat tops all blend them up. Yeah. Okay, now this is catching up. I'm going to be working on something with the facets for Tammy shortly. I'll share with you. Good, Matt. Way to go. Let's see. Then how can we use sparklers and pearls if they have to all be the same? Tammy, no clue about the facets. You use a microwave, can get a wheat pillow. It'll stay warm. It gives off a different kind of heat than a heating pad. Gotcha. Well, I know it's going to be hard staying warm in these weathers. And these weathers. Yeah, these weathers, these temperatures. We lost a rabbit this week, folks. So our little diamond passed this week. We don't know why. We don't know why. We thought she was taking a turn for the better on Sunday, but she took a turn for the worse, and so she passed, which leaves Mr. Jim all alone this week in this weather. So we bought a heating pad. We've added more hay. We've put some cloth in there. We've put more plastic around the cage. So a rabbit. So Miss Diamond is our rabbit, our little teeny tiny. She was the smallest little bunny we had. Anyway, so we lost her this week. But so Mr. Jim, he is, I can't remember now. Of course I'm going to forget because I need to tell you. But I can't remember. A different type of rabbit than she is. They were both blue. But he's going to be all alone now through the winter. So we got to take good care of him too. But that's what happened this week. Let's see. I haven't had any problems with Captured by Radiance kits. No problems, Tammy. Just different facets on their drills. That's what made me ask, is because some of them were the pointy and then some of them were not. So anyway, the birds are surviving right now. And the little ones have heat lamps, and she bought more plastic sheeting to go around them. We've got the, Jackie, lost your bunny today too? Really? Soft spot for bunnies. 2 rabbits myself. I had a lion head. That's it. Mr. Jim's a lion head. Thank you, Sarah Ann. Sounds like a minute what's called GI stasis, and there's not much you can do for that when rabbit gets lost 6 rabbits. She was a lion head. So Mr. Jim is the lion head. He's the one that's left. Okie dokie. Now, before we start going over these drills, my in-laws raised rabbits. I called them bunnies when the first time I saw them, was sharply corrected. Those are meat rabbits, right? Yeah, those are different kinds. We didn't have meat rabbits, but you are correct. They would be different, and they're much, much bigger than the little bitty ones we had. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take this out. And quick question. That's what I meant. No problems with the drills. Quick question. And then we'll get on to showing these drills and all this big bling and stuff. And so far, the internet's holding out, so I'm grateful for that. So This is another personal question because on these shoes, I need to know if the inserts. So here I am searching for all these shoes, and I have found 2 pairs I like. Well, one's a tennis shoe pair, and one's like wearing around the house kind of pair, Skechers. By Michelle. But let's see. Is it just better to find inserts or insoles? Has anybody seen FP insoles? Because obviously with all my looking, these things are coming up on my feed now. So I've seen FP insoles and steppers. So has anybody tried those? And is that worth trying or not? I don't know. Howdy, Miss Carol. Welcome in. How about you, Melanie? Have you ever done the insoles or inserts, like in a pair of shoes you like and you just want to do that? Or no? Mrs. Roos, not just biting. Really, Cheryl K? Is that the link you sent? Because if so, good. Liquid multivitamin hair growth. Okay. So we'll have to look at that. Inserts. Okay, Arlene loves the inserts. Terry was driven batty by the inserts. Okay, so it's going to be just another personal thing. Won't use tweezers again. And had a difficult time with tweezers. Now, a lot of people like to pick up AB drills with moist putty or wax. Emerald's Craft Diamond. Okay, Melanie says insoles do not work for her. Inserts annoyed me. I couldn't get them from slipping. Inserts from the foot doctors would help my arch strength. Made my shoes feel too tight. That's what I'm concerned about, Terry. Bit behind, but I love the pointy diamonds. They fit so well in pin tips for me. I do, Julianne, like how they pick up. I really do. There's Miss Caitlin. Miss Caitlin signed up. She's coming in April. So she's going to be here at Tall Oaks in April, folks. So who wants to come with Miss Caitlin and visit us in April? My husband, I can't wait for April. Spring weather, right? My husband went to a Good Feet store. They're expensive, but you go and have them changed if your feet change over time. Cheryl used to use the Dr. Scholl's, the tri-length ones, and never needed anything more and could not walk at all first 15 minutes every morning. So you like the inserts. It has to be good inserts on my feet, so it's a must. That's right, Cheryl Katz. You're probably on your feet a lot or had been. So did you get a certain type of shoes or inserts? My late husband had custom inserts that he could put in different shoes. They're expensive and not really cute. Fit to Run is computers that will measure your feet. And my inserts were less than $10. Gotcha. On your feet a lot? Oh, $1,500. I could buy a lot of Hoka pairs of shoes for that. I like inserts, but take out the originals because I run through them before the outer shoe is done. Gotcha, Artemis. Good inserts. I was a nursing aide and on my feet 10 to 12 hours every day. My daughter and I signed up for August retreat day. Yay, Shelly. Great. So that was you. That's good. So I didn't know it was your daughter. So you got a ways to come, but I'm so glad that you're going to be here. Why do inserts need to be cute? They go into your shoes. I think they're talking about cute shoes. That's all. So you can have cute shoes, but if you have an insert, then you can still keep your cute shoes. I have to wait to register due to grandbaby coming. Oh yeah, that's right, Chris. That's right. And not a fan of inserts, says Rosalind. Protect Power Steps is what I got from doctors. Not custom expensive, but not cheap. Protect Power Steps. Interesting. Okay. Replace what's in the shoe. Okay, I wanted to itch my eye, which isn't good. What should I have brought in here? I wonder if I could have had like a cold, ice cold sounds really good right now. Let's just show these drills. Let's do that. Let's go overhead and show some of these, the new releases. My 11-year-old son had to get insoles from Good Feet. Oh, not cheap. Oh, yes, I'm changing these different shoes. I don't know. Yesterday my feet did really good. Today not so much. It comes and goes too. I don't know why. I did eat some nuts. Let's hope that's not it. I hope not. I'm still using the Lumen device, hanging in there. And with it, I did a bad thing over last weekend and stayed up too late. So when you stay up too late, you get more insulin resistant. and I stayed up too late and didn't get enough sleep. So it's taken all week to get kind of caught back up into that good cycle or not. But anyway, weather I think matters. Yes, Chris, that could be too. That could be too. The weather could be playing a part on some of those things. Okay, let's go on over here to see what we have. Let's move this out of the way. Here we go. We have, I'm guessing y'all can hear me okay, because last week J-Paw said this little bitty thing wasn't working good, but hopefully it's working now. When I ran into the other room, it turned off. Oh no, it was when my internet went off, it turned off. That's when it was. Okay, so we're having twisted stars. What's a twisted star? Well, let me show you what a twisted star is, and I'll show you how they're used. So I'll not only show you how they're used, but show you what they are. Now, to place an order on our site for our Facebook group members and our YouTube viewers, use code SHINE2026 to get 10% off your order. And for our viewing audience only, you can also request a charm. These puffy, sparkly hearts are for blinging in the new year. The travel charm is for Ticket to Ride, and then these are for the just general release. If you just place an order and put charm in your comments of your order, if you don't put charm, you don't get a charm. Serenity will give you one of these this month. Okay, so there are that. Oh, Anna loves the twisted star. She was one of the first ones. Really tall with a high arch, carried lots of weight. Red Wing made his inserts. I remember Red Wing. I remember seeing that. If you try boric acid, watch for your eye. I don't think so. You know what? When in 24, I think I had some. Send me a link. I'll try anything, because every time I think things are going to be gone and everything's wonderful, and now I have a new sty today. It's outrageous. Honestly, it's outrageous. Okay. Here we go, Awakening. So this is a pale yellow. Here we go. Turn more of those over. So that is a pale yellow, Awakening. This would match the sparklers or S for S of Awakening. So when you put these on your canvas, you're going to turn them to fit 5 spaces. Actually, I think I can show you. I think I have a canvas here I can show you. If you use your coordinating, say P4S or S for S, and put those in the 4 corners, and then you turn this and drop it in, this will work. There is a video. I have maybe like a 5-minute video on the channel on how to place a twisted star and a ninja star. Okay. So if you need to know how to do that, I do have that video. I'm never going to be done changing stuff up on this cat fedora. Remember, there's always the next canvas too. That's Awakening. Here's Caribbean. I can't remember why we got blue stars, Cheryl. Do you remember? We decided obviously yellow and obviously white in the original, which was a clear AB. This is Caribbean twisted star. Now these are 6 millimeters. So 6 millimeter obviously goes better on a round canvas, and a 5 millimeter goes better on a square canvas. Theoretically, you can use this one also on a round canvas and fill in around that also with P4S or S for S. That's pearls for squares or sparklers for squares. But this will fit a round canvas as well. These might fit a tighter grid round canvas a little bit better, which some companies are having tighter grids these days. We wanted blue as some stars in the sky look blue. There you go. That's apparently why we want to do. They fit a 3x3 square. Place the drill in each of the corners first, then drop it in. 3x3 square first. There you go, Tia. More stuff for your water. Mocha Snowflake. So basically the mochas have this one's white. In the camera, it might come off as silver, but it's not. It's actually white. And remember, when you have a colored backing, a symbol could show through there with your light pad on. So that's right. This one is more of a white AB. Kind of like the pearl. So a glow glass pearl is kind of like that without the glowing. Okay. What? Yes, tighter grids and mini dots. What did Gail say? Oh yeah, more stuff for your water. All right. And again, I show this most every week. I love these shrimp boat trays from Nix's Notions over on Etsy. You can use Teemaw-Diamond to go get you some of those, and any color. You can order it in the colors you want, which is what I loved when I first discovered Nix, because not every company had all different colors you could choose at the time. And that's what I loved about Nix, is she has them available and you can choose. So this is the original. The 5mm Twisted Star in this original color is already released. That was the first one we released last year. Look at that. Talk about a rainbow of colors right there. Right there, baby. Our original color drill. So that's the original 6mm. And don't forget, you're going to want to get your coordinating S for S to go with these. All righty. Let me show a little bit more. Those are beautiful there. We have tonight, these ES are up on the site and in the Facebook group. Butterfly Paradise. This was a big one, folks. I love this. Butterflies and rainbows. Can't get a whole lot better than that, huh? Butterfly Paradise. Dance of the Colibri. Diamond Painting Shop, who is also a sponsor in the Ticket to Ride event, also a sponsor in the upcoming, starting February 1st, the Romance Art event. So, folks, that is right around the corner, a little over a week away. If you, hopefully you've already bought your bling, if you're going to buy bling, because we're about 2 weeks out. Did I say beautification? I don't think so, but sure. I like the word. The trays that are called shrimp boats. That is Nix's Notions, nixsnotions.com. They're on Etsy. You can use code Teemaw10. There you go. The Anita slung that link in there. Nix's Notions there. So I love, this is called the shrimp boat. One of my favorite trays that she makes. All righty. Dance of the Colibri. I think that's how you say it. Dream Chaser. This is also the Year of the Horse event going on all year long. And that's with Beach City Boutique. Is that right? Is that the one doing that, Terry and Cheryl? This is a Lori Prindle by DAC. So this one got done. Storm Blessed. Oops. Did we put version 2 on that, Cheryl? Because I didn't reprint that out. But this is the second version. I think Eve, is that right, wanted this one done. Cheryl had bought Storm Blessed. And then Elizabeth over at Enablers Outpost redid it with a new manufacturer. Or maybe she actually hand rendered it. Maybe it wasn't hand rendered before. That I'm not exactly sure. So what does it say? Version 2? Is that what it says? I'll put it there on mine. Yep, another fantastic sponsor and Ticket to Ride is the Diamond Painting Shop. She's from Florida. Welcome to My Room by Gubu Family. Oh, gracious. Another one with a lot of colors. So therefore, it takes a lot of bling to make it balance. A little bit harder to do some of these. I mean, they're doable. They're not easy to do with a little bit of bling. How about that? So this one took 17 items, and then there's some for bonus. So we have to put in more items to make it balanced when there is a whole bunch of colors, if that makes sense, or if it's a larger canvas. But that was a fun one, though. That was a fun one to do. Winter King Storybook, Victus. This is also from Diamond Painting Shop. So if you haven't tried Diamond Painting Shop yet, I suggest join the Ticket to Ride Facebook group. And they have some great coupon codes, or I shouldn't say that, codes over there that you can use on a lot of these sponsors, like Captured by Radiance and the Diamond Painting Shop, folks. Here we go. Here's some more right here. These are now bundled from last week. Galactic Sea. It's a romance art. Diamond Painting Shop. I made a suggestion to Melanie this week. If you're not familiar, if you've heard of the artist Clara Joe, that is romance art. That is her daughter, Clara Jo. That is her artist name, Clara Jo, and Dreamer Designs has been carrying a lot of her lately. So next year they might consider adding her in with her mom in the event. This year it's a little too late, but that would be fun to do. So Galactic Sea, please tell me what you'll do with the 6-leaf clover release. Yikes, 111 colors. So I guess that's the most colors Diamond Art Club's ever done, and it is gargantuan. Yes, it is. Let's see. I did Storm Blessed with your enhancement. It turns out amazing. Oh, yay. Let's see. Yep, it was Eve. And I did send an email to Elizabeth, but I know she's busy these days. So we just put version 2 on it. I'm not sure how to know that or what it was about it. Silva from Diamond Painting Shop has been bundled. Simon and Square and Round from Captured by Radiance has been bundled. Oh, Flamingo Fantastico. That is a Diamond Painting Shop. Doesn't that look? That looks so much like the Dreamer Design one. I thought for sure he made a mistake there, but no. I'm already trying to borrow it. What are you trying to borrow already? And then Oakley. This is from the one with the diamond art. And Miss Cheryl, I believe that's who that is, over at the one with the diamond art in UK. She has reached out to me, and she is going to send me a few others that she wants us to enhance for her shop. So the reason it's a little harder when a company offers all kind of sizes, so it makes it very difficult because you as a customer may want a different size than we have. They also offer different bling options with no bling, with dust, or with dust and AB, and blah blah blah. So it makes it really difficult because it doesn't make it economical for us to buy it and offer it if no one's going to buy that exact one. But she's going to try. Happy Friday, Miss Eileen. You're still feeling awful. They didn't want to miss the fun. Well, stink. I'm sorry you're feeling bad. Sure, I can take a picture and post it. Yes, please. When y'all do finishes like that, we check that off. What's between the two dragons? I have to ask Christine's featured artist, so we'll know. I don't know. Between which two dragons? What is between the two dragons? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, so those are done. Let me get this out of the way. These are restocked. We have Silky Blue ARTDOT inserts are restocked. If you see a color out of stock that you want, just ask. Just ask. We don't always know things are out of stock. We get busy and just don't know. That's what Tammy did. She wanted hers in burnt titanium, and they were apparently out of stock. So we printed what she wanted, and we will do that for you as well. And if you see something that's even not on the site, but just color you want, let us know. We'll try to get that for you. So this is Silky Blue in the regular ARTDOT insert and in the big. So we got those restocked. We got electric pink. Someone requested electric pink as it was out of stock. So now the big inserts for electric pink are now back in stock, along with the Dazzle Decks. I did not know we were out of stock of that. And yes, they are almost as bright as you are seeing right there. They are fantastic. And look, when I put them next to each other, those look pretty good together. That's the Silky Blue and the electric pink. So those look pretty good together. This is the Neon Apple Green. So it's apple green on the site, apple green elixir, I should say, and it's a neon green. Those are also, look at all these colors. They all look great together, don't they? They look really good together. We restocked the Sunset and Sunrise Elixir jiggers. These are the junior jiggers, and I am now printing also regular jiggers in that. This is some of the favorite combos. These are some of the favorite color combos there, and they vary a little bit. Because remember, those are both ombres. So it varies a little bit. But we send you one of each kind. So you get a pair. And these are the junior jiggers. 4x4. They fit the 4x4 crafts with Crashley papers. They look amazing together, huh? Yeah, I know. I love that neon green. Yes, Dark Knight. Yes, yes. The Rainbow Dragon is 6 foot 4 inches. What? For real? That's crazy. Okay, broke my note by at Diamond Design Co. Well, 20% off, Jen. It was worth it, right? It was worth it. Okay. So all of those are restocked and working on other things as well. Oh, here's a second. Let me show you the second I have. So a second just means it's not, it has a defect on it. This one you can tell where it is, but if you have this sitting in your ARTDOT drawer, you will not be able to see that, and it does still hold the bottles. So it'll be discounted. That's why this is here. It is discounted. The kids know, and you can still take your 10% off at Shine 2026. So if you want one, or if you've been willing to try one, these inserts do fit into the Dazzle decks though as well. Oh, I forgot to put in my new jiggers. Look at these colors. Yep, a good place to break the no buy. That's right. Very close to 200 centimeters. So look at this. I discovered this combo by accident and went and got a lime green filament. This reminds me of Crafts with Crashley. I almost called it Crashley jiggers. But I love this combo. I mean, love, love, love. So it's a matte lime green with a shiny purple. And I have made that in junior jiggers. That's the 4x4. And I've also printed that in the regular Jerryman jiggers right there. So if you like that color as much as I do, head on over and grab those Crashley colors, the new Crashley colors. I love those colors. 20% off worth of the cupcakes of the month and the winter dragons. Yes, Jen, I got those too. I love the color combo, Rosalind. I don't know why, but it's just yummy. It is yummy, yummy. And I was glad I made that mistake in printing it so that I could make more of them. Okay, so I have a card here from Kimberly Johannes. Where's Miss Fast Punch? Is she here? Looks like Seahawks colors. Oh, really? Very Halloween. Yep, kind of. So this was a thank you, happy holidays card. I got that in this past week. Don't forget to post your purchase in the chat. Oh, really? From the Diamond Design Co.? I didn't know that. Refresh, Donna. Might be more than more likes now hit, but you can't see them unless you refresh. Yeah, you're right. I only see 6 likes too, but I'm not refreshing. Let's see what Miss Kimberly says. To Teemaw and family, hope you have a good Christmas and New Year's. A lot more. Love, Kimberly, Steve, and Crystal. Why, thank you, Miss Kimberly. That was very thoughtful of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. She's always thoughtful like that. She lives in Minnesota. It says St. Cloud. Okay. Yes, I did. Same with the Enterprise, box of flowers, jar home, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I did not know to post that purchase in the Diamond Design Co. I'll have to do that. I did not know that. All righty. Let's look at some of these pens real quick because we're featuring Tia's Palm Pal pens. Now, I do not know, folks, a very Halloween, yeah, lime green and purple. I just love them too. Because she is starting to do full canvases now and has some new designs coming. So let's get in the habit. Well, what do you mean? They always, oh, I know what you mean. You mean in our chat. Oh, I thought you meant she was doing a giveaway. Okie doke. Muddy Snowda. Arlie, my friend in Minnesota, calls it Muddy Snowda. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Spunky's here. Okay, Diamond Design Co. is also a sponsor at Ticket to Ride. There we go. Okay, so these were my Crafts with Crashley pens. There's the glass face Teemaw when I was trying the Korean glass mask. And this was one that was made at a retreat one time. But because they use the plastic pens, they are good for the e-painter pens, like my Picmon, which, thank you, Matt. I have purchased the new 5-gear Picmon, reached out to my rep over at Picmon, and they said they weren't supposed to come out to the 28th. So she did not know why Amazon released them early, like you said. But I have it ordered, and she says they won't ship to the 28th, though. So I got diamond painting cards from Diamond Painting Shop. Very cool. Oh, really? I didn't know they had cards, Kayleen. Let's see. Finished all those ES. Let's see. You did that for me too, my favorite. Oh, yes, that's right. The pink and the green. They are. Okay, look at these gorgeous colors from Tia. Now, she names them all kind of beautiful names. I cannot tell you their names. I'm sorry, I cannot. I loved this antique gold one. I love that. And then she made me this one, and it just felt beachy and summery. I love, love, love it. But at the same time, then you go over here and you get this bright pink and purple and silver. And then this one will be fatter when my hands are hurting and I need a fatter pen, huh? Can the Tia pens take the metal tips instead of plastic? Only if they're pushing. They won't take twisting, because what they are is they're just like the plastic. These are the plastic pens that come in kits. See that? If a tip will fit into the plastic pen, it will fit into here. If it is going to be threaded, no. So I'm not sure which ones you're asking. But if it is just the push-in for the metal, yes. Yes. So we can, that will work. Now, of course, the metal tips aren't the e-painter, but this is the beautiful, flexible part about these pens, is you don't have to have an e-painter pen to use these pens. Not at all. I had these way before e-painters were even a thing, and you just use regular wax or putty or whatever it is you might like, glue dots, but it just was a discovery that that is an additional thing that can be used. So anyway, Tracy's Putties of Quidine, you like that too. That's right. Tracy's also an amazing sponsor over there. I use push-in metal tips in all my Tia pens. I love, love, love my Tia pens. I own 4 or 5 of them now. There we go. Yep, push-in tips will definitely work. The threaded tips won't work, but push-in do. There you go. Please post each, and then I will ask my questions, and you can say yes. There we go. Cheryl is asking Miss Candlefox if she will post her finished painting. So she is one of our featured shops this week in the Blinging in the New Year event. Tia is having a giveaway pen. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tia, the giveaway pen tonight, I think it's one of the original, right? Like the black and the gold and silver or black and white or something like that. Is that right? No worries, Gail. Welcome in. So Emerald Crafton wants to get the new dragon canvas. Yes, correct. So the original colors for Blinging in the New Year, like you're going to have a party at New Year's with the gold and the silver, the black and the white, all that. That's what the original color and the giveaway is going to be tonight at our beautiful Tia's Palm Pow pens. Again, sling that link in there, Tia. Sling that link. Okay, let's get into Big Bling, folks. Get into Big Bling. And remember, we are still having a giveaway. Hashtag Billy. Let's pray this internet stays. It's doing great now, so I don't think we're going to have a problem. Big Bling. What is Big Bling? Basically, we call things Big Bling here. That's anything bigger than the normal size drill. So we have 5mm things. We have 6mm drills. These are fancy dots. So this is a 6mm fancy dots. These are cases that we had sold them in. I do not know if we have many of these left at all. Haven't checked. But these are fancy dots. 6mm means they go on 4 spaces on a round canvas. That's what 6mm is. And that's a fancy dot. So it's like a crystal, many facets of a crystal, but it covers 4 spaces. That's what a fancy dot is. Okay. We have these in 5mm and 6mm. Think polka dots, apples, fruit on a tree, anything. You wait till you see some of what folks have used. Buttons. You're going to be amazed, folks. How is a Blinging in the New Year week 4? This is the 4th week, the start of the 4th week of the month. We've had 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th Friday of the month. It's the end of the 3rd full week. It's the 4th Friday. But it's the end of the 3rd full week. And then next Friday is the 5th Friday of the month and the end of the 4th week. So if I've said that anything differently, Forgive me about that. And again, we have more colors as well on the 6 millimeters. Got a lot of colors on those 6 millimeters. Okay. So this is not, it's the end of the 3rd full week. There we go. Okay. I know, right? The month of January is almost over. Now, this is more big bling here. These are charms and shells. These take up 4x4 spaces. So here's a charm. This one's called Monarch. Next Friday will be the drawing from the grand prize, says Tia, because it's the end of January. This will take up 4x4 spaces on a canvas. Oh, this is lovely. You get to see all my age spots here. Nice clear camera right there. Yeah. Okay. No grounding of birds tonight. Am I on the right stream? No guest in the house. I've got 2 of them out at a game night tonight, and no guests are here this week. Those little gals last week, they were a hoot, weren't they? One of them asked to stay the whole weekend, even though Charity and Melody were leaving. So funny. Here's another one. This one is called Dragon. So these charms are very, very beautiful. So guess who's in the chat with us is Miss Rochelle. Bling it up, Miss Rochelle. Charms are one of her favorite. Wait till you see. Haven't anything gross yet. That's right. And then these are shells. Have you tried any of the shells yet, Rochelle? And I wasn't grounding tonight because I wanted to keep warm. These are shells. They also take up 4x4 spaces on a canvas, and those are shells. And we have those in 7 different colors. Here's one. I'll do a blue one. So this one is beach. 10 millimeters are what these are, and these are beach. Now, I will give you another tip on Big Bling when I get to the quad cubes. Remind me, I'm going to show you something here. I don't think they have snow over in Pennsylvania yet because it hasn't hit us yet. It's supposed to come in late tonight for us and move that way, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Rochelle? Okay, she did buy some shells, she said. And then these were our some 5 millimeter fancy dots here. Just some different ones of the 5 millimeters. Yep, so it's snow expected Sunday in Pennsylvania. Yep, not yet. So that's the 5 millimeter, and that again is a fancy dot, just like a giant crystal, but with many more facets on it. I love them. Almost to Terry. Where is that again, Terry? No snow starting in Pennsylvania yet. Just cold. Yep, yep, yep. Okie doke. Now, also theoretically, slivers and sliverettes are also part of the Big Bling category, but since they can be used so versatile, we used them separately last week just to tell you and show you how to put that on the canvas. I'm also going to show you, let me see, Ticket to Ride and Bling in the New Year's weekly post don't go up on the same time, so the week count can be confusing when you're doing both. I just post whatever I last worked on, the post goes up. There you go. The snow is supposed to hit Maryland late tomorrow night into Sunday and into Monday. Right, for us, the snow and everything's supposed to start like at 3 a.m. tonight, but really start hitting into tomorrow morning and through Sunday. I don't think it's supposed to snow for us anymore Monday because it'll be moving on to you guys. Let me grab some quads. Apparently I forgot those. Okay. I had everything all planned out. I just forgot to bring the boxes in. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure we were going to have a live. I thought I was going to have to schedule it. I said, if this cuts off, well, it cut off about 6 times in the last 2 hours. And I thought if it cuts off one more time, we're going to have to cancel. So this is how, this is a good example also of how I use my ARTDOT drawers. So these are the ARTDOT drawers, and then we put the inserts in them, and it holds them in place even when not filled. So that shows you how we organize this. How much snow are you supposed to get? My son lives in Wallen. He said forecast 2 to 20. Do we need to code for 20% off? Yes, it is grand opening. Use code grand opening. Uh-oh. What should be close to Anita? Uh-oh, is there a code announced in her group? Yes, grand opening. Okay. So we have, let me get the tray again. Most of y'all are familiar with our quad cubes because we use them fairly often. They take up 4 spaces on a round or square canvas. This one happens to be amethyst. And I want to show y'all a trick on this. And I'm sure that anyone, and I want to know, I will tell you tonight who the queen of Big Bling is. It is Rochelle and Donna. Donna Bird and Rochelle are the queen of Big Bling. Let me tell you, if anybody's used a Big Bling, it is them. Now, you see this tab right there on the edge of that quad cube? That is common. I say that, and I don't know that any other one in here has it. Okay? But that is common. That's how they are made. That doesn't mean you don't use that one. What you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of tweezers and use the flat edge of your tweezers. Feels like 20, oh, it feels like 17. Says it's snowing out, but I'm not opening the door. Yeah, Rochelle said Big Bling is fun. I'm guessing you've had to do this, Rochelle, because anybody who uses Big Bling is going to be familiar with this. But that has a little tab. Okay, so you see the little tab right here? So you're just going to use the edge of your tweezers and just get that off like this. Now, there is another, there you go, all gone, no problem. You can do that. Now, there's another idea Miss Cheryl uses, just an emery board. She just takes that and knocks it off with that and smooths it down, okay? So that's another thing you can do. So an emery board or the side of a pair of tweezers to do that. Terry uses cuticle trimmers, but those are usually curved. But still, since it's just a little piece, you can use that too. So that's a great idea too. Cuticle trimmers are well, but most diamond painters has a pair of tweezers laying around, and it's really simple to get those off. But cuticle trimmers will work as well. Now, we also have quad pearls. They also take up the 4 spaces like the quad cube. There you go. But they have a smooth top, smooth, shiny top. Razor knife for me, I'm dangerous. Apparently, Matt. Apparently, I've been using nail file. You sent one of my orders. Yay, Melissa. Have you posted yet? Let's see. The emery board would be easier to handle with my carpal tunnel. There you go. Or the again, the nail trimmers or cuticle trimmers might work too, Anna. I'm not sure. Or again, yeah, the emery board probably good. Artemis likes the cuticle trimmer. So these are quad pearls. Okay. Now, a lot of times we use them on a canvas. It's easy to say because we say 4 spaces in the background that, you know, form together for 2x2 spaces, okay? But sometimes there'll be things like middle of flowers, especially on a canvas like known for the holidays, or what's the name of the artist that's really good with making all those quad spaces for us, Cheryl? Lori, now it's not coming to me. Now these are pearls for squares. Pearls for squares are the tiniest bling we have. I say that they're the same size as the S for S, but different bling. Cheryl loves mixing quad cubes and quad pearls in the same kit as they have different sparkles, so they increase the impact. I'm going to find a place for those for sure. Let's see. We should just have a dedicated hand specialist on retainer for DPers. Oh, goodness. Not yet. I'm working on Ticket to Ride canvas now. Post tomorrow. I'm home due to weather coming. Watching games this weekend. Not traveling. Yay. Marjorie Sarnot. Thank you. Thank you, Case. I appreciate that. Great for quads. That's right. Marjorie Sarnot's the best for that. I appreciate this stream. I'm learning so much. Oh, thanks, Barbara. So these pearls for squares, they can be used on a round or square canvas. And they add more texture because they are smooth on top like the quad pearls. That's hence the name pearl. Okay, we also have, let me get these babies up here. Okay. Howdy, Miss Gamer Girl. Gal. Okay, these are our 5mm pearls. Now we know what a pearl looks like, right? They're half pearls. We called them half pearls because that's what they are. In the very beginning, you didn't want to confuse people. There you go. That's a 5mm half pearl. Okay. And that is for a square canvas. 5mm for square, 6mm for round. And we have a whole bunch of half pearl colors in the 5mm and the 6mm. But we also have things like this. These are crowns. Crowns 5mm. Look at this. So these little guys, so 5mm, but they will fit. That means for squares, they'll fit on 4 spaces on a square painting. Okay, and they are beautiful. I'm going to show you examples of how these are done in a minute. Show the rainbow pearls too. We got them here. Okay, so you're right. We had, that was a matte silver pearl that we showed. So here is, these are the rainbow pearls. Let me get one that has a little bit more mix. There's Neapolitan. See there? We call that one Neapolitan. There you go. Guess you can see why on that one, right? We have, let's see. Here's one galaxy. Here's a galaxy. Let's show that one. And we have flames. So we have different multi-hued. This one's paradise, green and blue, and Pegasus, blue and pink. And here is galaxy. Okay, so there is basically multi-hued half pearls, so to speak. These are 5mm. We have them in 6mm as well. Now, let's get to more bling, more big bling. These are starbursts. And starbursts come in, oops, here's one. So this one is pulsar. Here's pulsar. The starbursts are only 5mm, I believe, where crowns can be both 5 or 6. Look at this. This pulsar is like a metallic, it's like a black AB. That's what it's similar to. And so the difference is, on a crown, it has a capped off point. So think of a crown. And then this one has the star in the middle. So starbursts and crowns, those are the difference. The patterned ones, Galaxy. Yeah, Rochelle used Galaxy in Dakota Libra. I don't think you sent pictures of that, but Rochelle has a lot of videos in the group. So I think that covered, nope, here we go. We also have Cosmic Effects. So Cosmic Effects are only 6mm. That was the only size they came in. This one happens to be Northern Lights. So this Northern Lights, Cheryl used Galaxy in with the stars. Difference between big half pearls, quad cubes might be helpful for some. So this is Cosmic Effects, because these are very special. So as you can see, they are domed like a pearl, but they definitely, they're like the mood rings. That's what they're like. And this one's called Northern Lights. And of course, the tray is not made for these big ones. Let's see. So a quad covers 4 places. A quad pearl and a quad cube covered 4 places. The quad cubes are faceted like I showed you. So they have facets on them, where quad pearls are smooth topped. So anything that we're calling a pearl has a smooth top, a rounded smooth top. Okay, so this is Cosmic Effects. That's the name of them, but and they are big bling. They only come for rounds, but they are also still a half pearl is what they are. Question about the twisted stars. Are the new 6mm twisted stars the same as the new? No. No. So the twisted stars are different than ninja stars. Just barely. To be honest with you, the ninja stars were an accident. Let me see. Here's a Milky Way. Let's see what this one is. This one has dark blue. So this is Milky Way. So these are called Cosmic Effects. That's right, Miss Berto. We'll get to those too. Thank you. And don't forget I got to find them. Cheryl tries to hide things from me, apparently. They're not with everything else, so I got to go find them. I'm mixed up. I don't know the name of the one I like the most. Dark colored, looks like a star in it. Those would be starbursts then, the ones that look like stars. So this is Cosmic Effect Milky Way. Look at that blue in there. Look at that. I can't really turn it sideways in the tray. Let's see. Look at that. So these are called Cosmic Effects right here. They really are stunning, to be honest with you. So we have the Milky Way. We have Black Hole, which looks more like a dark denim blue in there. See that? Let's see. Here's Earth. This one is Earth, and it's more of a glitter in there. So it's like a green glitter, kind of, in that one. Showed you Northern Lights. Here's Solar. Now, I think, did we use these on the Dreamer Designs? I'm not sure we did use these on the Dreamer Designs, the Big Sun. But there's Solar. Here's Lava. Lava's very cool. Yeah, that's where I'm hoping they are, because that's where I'm going to go for them. That's why I was trying to get to the hexacubes too. But this is Nebula. And then Celestial. That Celestial is beautiful. It's kind of like the Fairy Industrial. Okay. So those are those. Let me go get the big S4S and the big bubbles. Let me put this back. And I'm going to show these hexacubes. So quad covers the 4 spaces. These hexacubes cover 6 spaces. But I do have some other things I'm going to show you as well. How folks covered, folks, Donna and Rochelle especially, covered spaces. Sorry about those sounds. I got to get those in here. Let's see. There are more. I don't know. That's what I mean. They're supposed to be here. I have sliverettes here, but they're not here, Cheryl. So, yeah, they're not here. I'm not sure where they went. So, am I supposed to be? That's where I thought they were going to be, and I don't see them here. Okay, so we also have big bubbles for squares, and we also have big sparklers for squares. As you can imagine, the bubbles for squares are rounded on top like our bubbles, and the sparklers for squares have facets. And I can't find any, of course. So I should have had those, but those are glass. Those are glass products, and I will show pictures of them in a minute. On top of the mesh drawers. Okay. On top of the mesh drawers, let's see. Oh, got it. I see what you're saying. That's on the right side, not the left side. I thought it was over with the sliverettes. Gotcha. Here we go. I got the hex cubes in all the colors on recommendation. Oh, yeah, those are cool. Okay, so thank you, Miss Cheryl. I appreciate that. So here are Big B4S. And that just means big bubbles for squares. That's all it means. My tray's not good for shaking them up. I do have a tray that's supposed to be better for that. I do need you. When you organize for me, I have to have the organizer tell me where to put things. All right, so this is River. So this is just like our small bubbles, but these are big bubbles for squares. So they fit on 4 spaces on a square painting. Okay, and the bubbles, there we go there. Oh, goodness. Okay, and then here are the big S for S. Let's see. Oh, that's unusual. We'll show this one because it's very unusual. This is Carnival. Here's a big S for S Carnival. So a rainbow drill. There is a true rainbow drill called Carnival, and it's a big S for S. And that just means it's faceted. So Matt, the difference between a big bubbles for square and a big sparklers for square is the same as a small. These have facets, the sparklers, where the bubbles don't. They're rounded on top and domed like a pearl. Ombre fuchsia. All righty, let's see. Although we do have an actual rainbow here too. That's not patterned per se. See that? But this is ombre fuchsia. That's magical too. So that's a metallic drill, just like the small one. Carnival's in pattern category. Yeah. Yes. So it is patterned, but it's the only one we have that's patterned. I know, Arlene. I know, right? It happens. Okay. We have, so which one? There is big S for S Opal Glow Glass Pearl, which should be, we have Raven. Here's Raven. So there's the big S for S in Raven. Magma is always a good one. I have Opal Glow Glass Sky. There it is. Here is the big Opal Glow Glass Pearl. There it is. Beautiful. Now see, this matches that mocha snowflake twisted star. That's very similar to this, but this one has more of the purpley hue and this has a blue hue. But it's the same type of drill with the mocha bottom on that, so to speak. But one reflects the blue. More than once you've heard yourself say, "If where would Arlene put that?" I don't know what to use them on, but I'm in love with Carnival. I am going to show y'all some different things tonight. Okay, any more that you want to see? So again, we have the big bubbles for squares and the big, so another one that might be this white opal is another beautiful one. So that's a S for S, a big S for S, and that's white opal. Okay, and then we have, I'm going to show you some of these hexacubes. Here is black AB. And again, some of these may have tabs, and you just clip it off, break it off, or file it off. There is black AB and the hexacube. 6 spaces. We'll show you that in a minute. White opal's gorgeous and an all-time favorite. Highly used. Highly, highly used. One to have in your stash for sure. Okay. That should have covered them all. I got them all, Berta? Donna? Berta is also very good at using Big Bling. But and again, I've showed you some last week from Berta. I'm going to show some again. Yep, let's find the phone. That would help. Here we go. Let's look at some of these. Now I got to get these pictures because some of these are unique and are great to see. Okay, this was Beach Vacation I did a few years ago for Ticket to Ride. And this was the surfboard. And for the paw prints, I used the red AB quad cubes in the middle of the paw prints. And this was the picnic basket here. And it had fruit in it. So I used here the 5mm pearls and fancy dots there for the fruit. And for the top of the wine bottle, I used the P4S, the gold P4S there. And that just shows you different. There's some little P4S being used right there. The P4S gives texture to a painting. And then these, that was to show the fruit in the basket. There are lights. These quad cubes are the lights around the poles on that setup there. So see, these quad cubes came with Beach Vacation, and down in that area is where I used those pearls and quads there. Best way to place hexacubes is to place drills, leaving the space open and then drop in the hexacube. And you're probably not going to quite ever be able to drop it in. You've got to snap it in because those hexes are quite tight. There it is, a better close-up of the fruit basket using the fancy dots and the half pearls and the pearls for squares. Okay, these were easy because they're just hanging on my wall. I had the little dragon, and we used the quad cubes for her scales down her back. It's really easy when there's 4 spaces. You don't have to think much. We use the pearls. I use pearls on her wings here. These are bubbles used in the wings along with glitter, and those are probably the pearls there. One of my favorite paintings was Beach Vacation. It was fun to do. And then there it is overall, the overall effect, where this all looks textured and bumpy along her scales and her wings there, where the half pearls are. And if you remember, this is the one where we put the sliverets in the eye. So, and again, we have all kinds of things going on. There's glitter in there. There's S4S drills on her eye. So we got all kinds of things going on that painting, but that's what happens when it all comes together. And you have all different kinds of textures in there and depth and stuff. Okay, let's see. Taking other pictures here. All righty. Oh, here's some more. Okay. And some of them I tried to capture, but I got better ones from the actual owners here. So these are fancy dots. This is a round painting. It's a round crystal painting using all these flowers. It is called Ralph. And I do have it here, but it doesn't really quite flip them though the way I'm trying to see where it went. It doesn't flip them the way that it's supposed to be honest with you. Okay, so the middle of the flowers, there's the fancy dots here. Another flower with the fancy dots in the middle. All of these on there had the fancy dots there. There they are up close. Oh, look, the hair, just what we need. So all the middles had some form of fancy dots, and there it is all together. All of this was opal. It's hard to see there. And you see how I used the different, I used dust drills on this all crystal canvas to highlight those background leaves. And we used AB drills to highlight in there along with glitter, etc. There's even fancy dots all along the scrolls. Okay. But we diamond painters always for reasons for more things. I know, right? Okay. Okay, so this is Anna's. And I think, okay, hold on. I'll go to Anna's page, her personal message. I found this one. I think this was one Donna did. I want to show you. Donna is very creative. Her and Rochelle get very creative with these things. Berta does too. Look how she did these slivers down here along the bottom of this teacup here. And then up here, also along the teacup, it's lined with these slivers again. But she used quad pearls all on the dots of the teacup itself. Look at that. So that's really special the way she did that. Let's see. What is I was trying to see what y'all were saying about Lisa. I must have missed those comments. And of course, there goes Goose. Let me let her out. Okey-doke. All right, this one is from, I made notes here if I don't erase them. Robin Babcock, 'Tis the Season. Okay, this one is Robin Babcock. She used quad cubes on the berries in there. See the quad cubes right there on these berries. Also good use of, looks like crystals there. There's some pearls in the wings. So there's P4S down in the wings. Which one? The 'Tis the Season. And there's the whole picture. Let me see. It'll show any better. And there it is pulled together. All together. All the little texture going on. All down these feathers here with the P4S. Look at the P4S and the berries as well. And then you got your quad cubes surrounded by the P4S for the texture. And there's more berries over here. And that's how you pull it all together, folks. So that was Robin Babcock's 'Tis the Season. Now, here we have, I believe this one was Inner Kingdom. So Angelina, look what she did here. These are the hexacubes in use here. So she had hexacubes, she had quad cubes. It looks like she had pearls. This looks like a big S4S here. Yes, so she just blinged the stew out of this border on Inner Kingdom here. Here's more of them. So she has big S4S, the hexacubes, the quad cubes, half pearls. So she just blinged that stew out of this. I didn't get, let me see. I think I got the finished picture from her. Let me go look. I think she did. Oh, I think it's because it was, it's a video. So that if you look in the group and you look up Inner Kingdom by Angelina Sargent, you'll see the video of her. She does lots of videos and they're beautiful. Okay. So then we also have, let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't keep all of these pictures here. I'm seeing who did this one. Okay. We have Terry. It was Terry Custodio did Priscilla with half pearls around the eyes, right, Terry? Was that you? You can bling like this. It's just like you learned anything. It's just you learn to do it and you do that. Look at here. So in the necklace, in Priscilla's necklace, she put the quad pearls up the necklace like that, almost like the glint in the pearls. There are pearls for squares around her nose ring. And look what she did to the eyeballs, folks. She took the half pearls and she used the half pearls all around her eyelids, and in between them are drills. And I can't quite make it out, but I think they're pearls for square. Terry, you're here, are they? So look what she did to the eyeballs. Look how she lined that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what she did with Priscilla on the jewelry and the eyelids. And they are fantastic job. Well, I don't think these people started out having the vision either. They just started doing it. And then it just kind of comes to you sometimes. Okay, so Lynette Anderson used crowns on Supernova. I don't have the finished picture, but there's pearls. So here we have pearls going on here, right there, right among, so these are 6mm pearls right there among the round painting. And here are crowns. See those crowns being used right there and that moon right there? So watch this. See there? There's the moon. And she's using crowns here. And over here, the pearls, more crowns right there. See how those are being used? And that's going on Supernova. Look, that has a ton of bling on that. Start simple. Put stars in the sky. That's right, Anna. That's right. Around the eyelid show. I don't remember us doing anything around the eyelids. Was it written for the eyelids? Okay, so here is Ray. And I believe this was Angela Spiel. She did Ray, and she made a pearl necklace. Look at this, folks. So she used the little pearls for squares and the 5mm pearls. Nope, that would be 6mm pearls on this necklace. And then she did put metallic drills here and sparklers here. But look what she did with this necklace. You like that? It is easier to create, Kim, if you already have the special drills. Yes, it's bling, not a beaver, Tammy. You got this. That's cool. Priscilla was written to do that around the eyes with the pearls AB307. Cool. And it turned out very well, too. So here's more pearls on the necklace. I'm showing you close up here because then, and I showed you close up down here because then that's the big canvas, the big picture of it there. See how that turned out? And so it makes it almost three-dimensional and pops out there. Cool. All righty. And then we had, now this one I really love. This is Carrie Bacon with Record Store. She used twisted stars and slivers and sliverettes on the record store. She did really great with this. So look what she did. This is in the window of Record Store, Diamond Art Club. And look what she did with these twisted stars here. Look at this. Isn't that very cool? So on the lights in the store window, she used a twisted star. Look what she did with the music note. She used the slivers and sliverettes. She even used the big S for S there for the bottom of the notes and filled in with S for S. So she filled in with sparklers for squares, etc. Look at that. And there it is. There's the overall effect there when she has those windows. Look at all those twisted stars. Isn't that beautiful? All across there, she did those twisted stars. There's the sliverettes and the slivers down in the music notes with the big S for S right there. And they just start, the canvas starts speaking to you. So, they might be sold out, Kim. I'm not sure. I look under Big Bling. Again, I showed this last week, but Berta's Don't Let Anyone Dull Your Sparkle painting she did for me, she randomly put the charms in there and the crowns in there. She just randomly put those in the middle of that canvas, and it turned out so well. She used half pearls. There are the charms used in there. There's a half pearls. And by the way, that's one of those rainbow ones. I can't remember the name. We just showed it, though. Solar or something like that. There's one of those rainbow ones. There's bubbles right there being used, right there in the middle of that design. And here's more. There's more crowns. She just really blinged out. And that was the shine one from last week that I showed. Let me see if I can find it. It takes so many pictures. There. Shine bright. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. That is from Berta's last week. And remember, that's where she also did the charms and the slivers all around the border. She made that big, beautiful border all the way around with that. And that's where she has that big bling just interspersed in there. And she did a fantastic job with that. Hexacubes. Thanks, Cheryl. All right. And then I think I showed you last week on the covered bridge down in the flowers where I use the sliverettes right there. We also use the big S4S among those clusters of flowers, like pansy area. So over here is hard to see, but there's more crowns. This is a round painting, and we use the crowns here with the sliverettes for the flowers. And then there's the, and by the way, those are big S4S, 5mm on a round painting. So you can do that. You can mix that up sometimes. So this is a round painting, and I'm using the big S4S on it. So don't be afraid to mix things up and try different things. All right, let's see. I had a few more to show you. All right, let's see who this one was. Erica Cooper Gorman. She has a beautiful Christmas tree being used that she put charms on, bubbles on, quads, slivers. That's in the group because that is a video. And then she used this All Dogs Go to Heaven. And look what she did with these quads all in there. So all of these beautiful blue quads, and this looks like an S4S even. So it looks like she has S4S mixed in there. This is a round painting. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, that's what it looks like, is S4S mixed in there. And she has more quads and another S4S. And then the overall painting is this one. So she did a very good job with that. Queens of Bling. We learned so much. Carol. Which one, Julie? Which canvas? I would buy that tray in a second. Teemaw, please make. Oh, which tray? What tray are we talking about? One of these trays or what? I'm not sure. What are we talking about? Okay, now let's see. I think Berta, here's Berta. So Berta used quad cubes and charms on this diamond painting because it says far away is never too far for friends. And she used this and put the big bling where all of her friends are located. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So that's what she did, and all on that painting everywhere. There's quad cubes and charms on that beautiful painting. Very creative, Berta. Love it. She's working on a canvas now that she's putting a quad cube in the eye. Now, quad cubes and pearls for squares are really work well for eyes. And there's a quad cube for that eye right there. And they really do work well for eyes. A tray with lines for 5mm and 5mm drills to flip them. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I see. You might already have something out there like that. I don't know. Okay. And then, sorry about that. Okay, Rochelle. All righty, folks. Y'all got to see these too. Here we go. So here are some pictures from Rochelle. So here's a hexacube being used. Remember, this is a 2x3 space, 6 spaces on a hexacube. See that? Here's another one up here. Y'all are going to love this. I see bubbles in here too. Bubbles are really special in a painting. It's almost like they glow. Look at this. Let me show you another close-up first before. Here's more hexacubes. I could be wrong, but I think Rochelle just puts them all over the canvas. Tia, she says, I didn't see Vegas on there. Here's more. I love this. Now look at these hexacubes. So, Rochelle, how did you choose where to put the hexacubes? Were you replacing certain colors on the canvas? Or did you just eyeball it and decide, I just want them to go here? So here's the whole picture overall. Look at this. Hexacubes just interspersed here and there, sideways, different ways. Looks like quad cubes maybe in there, but hexacubes all over. This is just fantastic. Isn't that fantastic? I love that painting, and she did a great job there. All right, and here she is doing the Secret Temple. Look what she's done with charms in the windows. Gotcha. Now I want a certain look, and I'm using this canvas to test the fit. Yeah, winging it in that one. Okay, so this one, okay, look at what she's done here. In the windows of the temple, she used the charms in the window. And it does look like she surrounded them too by sparklers. There's some more charms right here. And then look how she's used these sliverettes. Look at that, how she's lined the temple right there, outlines with the sliverettes. And here's more of those charms right there in the window. Look at here. Here are the crowns. Whoopsie. Look at these crowns. Look at this. And just in between the crowns are two sparklers. Secret to Ride is her Ticket to Ride canvas. I mean, excuse me. Secret Temple is her Ticket to Ride canvas. Gotcha. So she's doing fantastic. Up in here, some quads. So she has quads up in here. Whoopsie. Keep touching that. There are the quads on the top with the bird on top. And there are quad cubes here. This is just beautiful. I love this. Let's see what else we got. She's showing more of the specialty drills up there. She's interspersed crystals and glitter here. And oh, look at there. I'm not sure if you meant to, Rochelle, and I hate when I do this, but right there, there's a few spaces missing right there on the top of that roof, and right there, the ends right there at the top. Oops, sorry. The ends right there at the top of that gondola or whatever that is up there. And then right there, there's some uncovered ones right there. Just, you know, not following a chart or drill color. Yes, I'm still working on this canvas. Yes. Okay, look here. This is what I was going to show y'all. So this is a 4x3 area. We don't have any drills, a particular big bling that covers a 4x3 area. Look at this. She uses two quads and then coordinating drills right there. Isn't that clever? I love that. And of course, these are sparklers around here. There's a glitter drill. But look at what the effect is. It's very cool. Look at this. She has interspersed the quad cubes here. And here's another charm. And there's those crowns again. And it's lovely. And there's the sliverettes. This is fantastic. Oh, look at here. Look at this one. So she took a 3x3 space and used sliverettes to make a square box around that. And those look like pearls for squares going down that line right there. Very nicely done, Rochelle. Very nicely done. Okay, so that was the top of that gazebo. Lost for words sometimes. It is. I love it the way you do all the different bling. I love it. It's a Diamond Art Club canvas, Secret Temple. Okay, so I think that's from Rochelle. Oh, here's another one. Sorry. Let's do this. Where's this one? Okay, look at this, guys. Here are quad cubes. So here are the big quad cubes here. Now she's got lots of bling going on in here. We got metallics, sparklers for squares, lots of bling in here with the different colors. Oh, look at here. There's a starburst. See that little starburst hiding in there? I think there's more. Look at here. So we got a starburst here. Here's more starburst right in here. Look at that. A lot of bling going on in there. And, okay, here we go. And look at this. She's put those charms and these feathers. You're going to see the big overall picture here in a minute. But here she's just put in big charms, these big charms, inside the feathers. Yes, she likes making designs in her canvases, she said. So there's the feathers. And look at this. Look at this flower. She has taken the quad cubes and put them at strategic places around the flowers. Now, of course, the flower is also filled with the pearls for squares and sparklers for squares. Okay, but she's coordinated this, and look at what she's done with this flower. Now I'm going to show you the big picture here, and you're going to see the overall what is going on in this picture. Look at the picture, y'all. Here's the picture. Here's the flower on top of the wolf head right there. And she's coming down in here. Here's some more big bling on the wolf. And then there's the feathers on the wolf with those charms, the big charms in there. And then over here on the headdress, I believe was where a lot of that other big bling was as well. And this is why I asked for close-ups, because on a picture, you can't just look at that. You know it's amazing, but you don't know what's making it up until you see close-up pictures of all the bling. And that's why I asked them. So I do appreciate you sending me the pictures, Rochelle and Berta. And last and certainly not least, hold on. Berta's got, Rochelle still got more. And look at this. So these are the wings. And she has fancy dots up here in the wings, going along the wings like that. And here's some S for S right here, along with these fancy dots. Oops, gone wrong way. Look at here. This is another Hannah Lynn. And that's what she did in the wings there. See how she did those wings with the fancy dots? But the overall effect is so stunning. There's another big S for S there in her bracelet. Oh, she did a lot of them. So Rochelle is very talented now. Autumn. That's what it was called, Autumn. And now let's go to Miss Donna. Because Miss Donna sent me something last week. And I didn't see it till after I got off that live. But I've got to show y'all some of this stuff. And speaking of the Diamond Design Co., let's look at what Donna has done with some of these canvases from Diamond Design Co. So y'all remember the geometric all crystal paintings? Well, she liked them and she rushed out and got them. Yes, Eve, Rochelle does incredible work. There was one more. I'll have to look again. Hold on. So let me see. Before I start with Donna's in, let me see if Rochelle, she said she had one more. Oh, yes, you did. Thank you. Because this one, now, if you want to see a lot of these on videos, go to the group, look up Rochelle Blunt, and you will see a lot of hers in video. That's why I asked her for pictures. I missed this. Okay, here we go. Here is another one. Okay, so here's the starburst. These are great pictures. There's a quad next to a starburst with sparklers for squares around it. Look at this. Look at these are metallic starburst in here. And then you also have all the quads in here. Excellent. Okay, look. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Are these the cosmic effects? That's what it looks like. Are those cosmic effects there? Got some metal drills going on, some sparklers for squares. These look like cosmic effects. I learned from the best. Teemaw, Cheryl, Donna, and Tia. Okay, here we go. There's some more big S for S on here, along with a lot of other bling like S for S in here with dust. Oh, yep, there's some pearls. There's quad pearls right there. See those? And sliverettes. I mean, these are slivers. So here we got slivers, quad pearls. Watch this, folks. Here's some more. There's more quad pearls there. Wait till we pull this together. Y'all are going to see how beautiful this is. Quad pearls coming along here. Yes, this is what it is. Look here. This is the Libra. And those pearls she put all along the sword there. That's what she did with the quad pearls. There's the overall picture, but you can see the video of these in the Facebook group. But she is does amazing work. Now this type, I'm showing you how they're used. See, they're all up here in her headdress. This is hard to teach. And that's why using Big Bling in a enhancement suggestion first gets your ideas flowing. And then you watching someone else do it gets your ideas flowing, because you can't put something like this in an enhancement suggestion unless there was exact spaces there to do so. So thank you again, Rochelle, for your time in doing that. Let's get back to Donna here, because I want to show y'all what she sent last week, because they're amazing. Donna is amazing. Okay, here we go. She built up a stash and started strong. That's right, she sure did. So this is, again, the geometric pixels from the Diamond Design Co. And Donna did these. So the geometric pixels are already all crystals. But look what she did. Simple changes here. So this is an all crystal painting. It's a little bitty one, and they're so fun. I love geometric. Look what she did here. All she did was she took where they intersected and did pearls for squares right there at all the intersections. Look at that. Look at that. Now that just made that simple little painting just pop right out. She's so good at that. And there's some more up close with the pearls for squares among the crystals. Donna is fantastic when it comes to all the bling as well. I think this one, I'm not sure here if she did more bling on this one. I'm not sure, but she sure did on here. So here's the overall picture. And look what she did at the top of each of those cubes. She used the black pearls for squares at the top of that to make all of that textured and pop. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Every painting, Rochelle has a design. And this. You just start small, a little bit at a time, Cynthia. And that was an up close picture of that. So just so cool. Now look at this one. This plaid. Look at what she put in the middle of all that. She put quad pearls. That is so many. That is so many. I cannot believe how many quad pearls she used for that. But it's such a cool painting. But you did such a good job on that. I just still can't believe how many quad pearls were used. Look at that. Wow, wow, and wow. Change the white to pixie. Okay, I saw that, but I did not know if that was included in the canvas or not. So there you go. All the background she did pixie, which is cool, because right now, Amy is all the little mini ones she has with white backgrounds are now all made with dust. And so I wasn't sure if that was included on this one or not. And here is another one. And she did, it looks like quad pearls again. So these black dots here are the quad pearls. Around the edges, she did the quad pearls and interspersed some black in there to make a border. And then she, every other row, she did P4S instead of the crystal. Remember, this is supposed to be an all crystal painting. And look what she did there. Man, that's right. Angelina does great. Angelina's great too. Oh yeah. A lot of good blingers in here. Terry has been starting to do whole bunches. I'm telling you, y'all are really doing good. Here is the sunflower painting Donna did. And this is where she did a lot of big bling. She had the quad cubes. She had the big S for S. Again, quads all over the place. There's starburst. So she just interspersed that. There's glitter running all through here. Here's more quads. There's another starburst in there. Look at that, just all over. The big S for S, quad cubes everywhere. Look at these things. Wow. Those are cool. Those looks like more fancy dots. It looks like it. There's more quad cubes. And then, and that was the overall picture there. All that. And that one was It's Home. That was called It's Home. That was a Belle de Nicole painting right there. So fantastic job there. Bye, Marion. Yeah, Donna is very creative. Now wait till you see this one. I love this when I first saw this. Look at her use of half pearls right here. So these are 6mm half pearls. She interspersed those with the pearls for squares right there. She got quad going on in the red part. And this gold border, she did half pearls, metallic gold, up with the P4S in the scroll work. Y'all, I was stunned. It is beautiful. She did a fantastic job. She's so creative. Look at the, again, the quad pearls. I think these are crystals or sparklers coming down in here. And you got the half pearls, the quad cubes, I should say. And then that's the overall finished canvas right there. Look at this. It was stunning. And we all learned from Donna there. I think Rochelle had a lot of good ideas though too. She maybe do the math on that one so she could have enough, order enough pearls. They are. They are. And then the companion one to that was the snowman. So we got the big S for us going on in the hat. A lot of pixie I see in here. I see some pearls. There's pearls for squares down in here. Donna is very good at those pearls for squares. Here's some more. So she's got crowns here down in the scarf. Big S for S. She's got pearls going on up in here, up and down the scarf. Or the wreath. Oh, she did it too. She has the sliverettes making the square here, the 3x3 square, and filled in the middle with a sparkler for square. And she has quad cubes, and she also has the big S for S going on in here. Very good. Now what she did here in the snow, so this snow is all pixie, mostly pixie, but she decided to make movement in the snow. The border around here will show that too. So she decided to make movement in the snow with the pearls for squares and then the big pearls in the snow because she wanted to look like it was blowing those snowflake types in there. Look at that. So she added those pearls for squares and the big pearls in there just for that. Now here's part of the border. She put in the pearls for squares on the border, and she made a candy cane border on this. I'm not sure that's what it came with. Here's the candy cane itself. She went around it with the pearls for squares. The pearls for squares, even though round on a square canvas, just gives it just so much texture. See how she went in there, the candy canes, and she made the pearls for squares in there as well. There's a big S for S right there on that candy cane. Here's more scroll work with the P4S. It's just so detailed. It's amazing. And then she did crystals in there. She put crystals in the lettering along with some sparklers. Actually, that's metallic. That's not crystal. That's metallic in there. So she did metallic and sparklers. It's just amazing. The crowns, they just fill it up, folks. They just filled it up. I know it on both the round and square canvas. Let's see. 2 spaces. The sliverettes. That's correct. Now, here's the border. Look at the border, guys. Look what she did with this border. So there's red crystals and there's white pearls for squares going along this border. Unbelievable. There's a little, there's the holly. That is quad cubes with sparklers on that holly. Look at that. It looks like interspersed throughout here are bubbles as well. It looks like Bubbles Luna are interspersed all throughout here for the snowflakes, and that really makes that pop out. There's more of the border here with the P4S and the crystals. And then there you go. There's your overall effect right there with that border and the gold P4S flowing. Isn't that amazing? Just amazing. Trees in a breeze, Tia. I see you. Incredible stuff, Donna. Isn't it? It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No end to what they're doing. It's just incredible. Again, it just can go on and on among these ladies. Here's more crowns used for this one here. Little Christmas tuxedo. She had, look at these, for the glasses. She had the crowns around the glasses here on Sheena Pikes. I think that's Frog Lovin' Felicia. Knowing her, yep, there's fancy dots on the necklace right there. And she put crowns around the glasses. Probably earring stuff too, sure enough. There you go. That looks like fancy dots on the earrings, a silver one. As a border, I have that one. A breeze rippling the top of water. And she takes these little projects and just makes them stunning. So she looks like she did all pixie dust down here on the border, but then look what she did inside the plaid border. These are the quad cubes with the coordinating crystals. So you see how that does, and look along here, she's running these sliverettes all along here and then the crystal words. But look, watch this overall effect here. There it is, joy. And with the plaid and the sliverettes, it's just stunning. It is stunning. I know, right, Emerald? I'm getting ideas. Like, these are just fantastic. This one, she just used sliver, what did she say? Pearls for squares. See on his beard, just for texture. See the beard here is pearls for squares, metallic on the present. It's just, you start going and going. No one starts out being able to know everything to do. You just start learning. Look what she did with this snowflake. Look at these slivers and sliverettes in this snowflake here. She is so creative. Look at that. Look at these starbursts that she used along here. I don't know what came in this kit, but you sure did bling it out well. Was it just supposed to be big crystals? I'm not sure. So there is a crown and the slivers and sliverettes going on there with some sparklers. All around this edge is pearls for squares. Right here, the gold pearls for squares. Donna is extremely good at the pearls, using those pearls and pearls for squares. Very talented, Donna. Very talented. No end. There is no end to what she's doing. She said she's getting ready for the Small and Mighty event coming up. And she had something with 141 colors. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Well, she's doing another design co. And so it's nine little bitty canvases, and that's how she kitted it up. So anyway, gotta love her. Oh, right. That's why we do it, right? We share to get ideas. That was a lot of sharing, folks. But that's what I took my time today to show you. Oh, I guess let me finish this because I was going to show you. I think I showed it a year ago. I'm going to go ahead and re-show you since tonight's release was the Twisted Stars. So this is last year's Bling in the New Year canvas that I used. And I used the Twisted Stars up among there, along with quad cubes, as you can see, but the Twisted Stars in there. So you find a 3x3 space, and you can put, you do not have to put, I see that little baby wanting to pop up there. You don't have to put 4 S for S around it or P for S around it. You don't have to. See, I didn't always do that. See, that one has just 3. So I wanted them all to be different and not uniform. So this one just has the 2. Okay. But there is a video you can watch me do that. But to make it really easy, if you found a 3x3 square and you put in S for S in those 4 corners, and then you just drop the Twisted Star in, you could do that. I just did not want to have every one of them be the same. So I did it differently. So that one only has the 2. S for S around it. See, there's quads in the sky. So that's how I used the Twisted Stars on With the Stars last year with that. My bling journey began with the very first bling you brought to us, Sparkler Original for Rounds. That's right, Donna. That's right. That was the original, and that's why it was called Original. So I was getting this canvas ready for the Romance Art event coming up, and I'm trying to decide what kind of bling to use on this. And I may outline their heads in either Sparklers for Squares and some P for S in here. And I got to decide what other bling I want to do, because I was looking last night at the Big Bling because I knew what was coming. And I want to show y'all some areas. So this canvas here, this is Chorus Line, I believe. Yeah, the Chorus Line, Romance Art and Dreamer Design. And I've never completed a full drill canvas from Dreamer Design. So I was wanted to do this. But look here. See those 6, the 2x3 right there? Y'all, I know that K is in there. But you know what? I could either put a quad here and 2 drills here, or in this case, I'm going to use a hexacube, the 2x3. So I'm going to use a hexacube there in that flower. And as I got looking around, I started seeing other places. This flower here, I could use a hexacube. And so there were lots of places when you start looking up here, I'm going to use quad cubes. So it doesn't matter that there are 2 different colors there. I'm going to still use a quad cube there to give it that depth and variety. And this one, probably put a quad cube there. That one's pretty natural. That one's there. Here's another hexacube area right there on this flower. So Emeralds is doing Emma Casey's Off to Emerald City. So I'll be looking what I can do for Big Bling. That's right. Donna. So Eve saying, Donna, you work on these kits. It's just gorgeous. It is. It is. So the Off to Emerald City. Emma Casey, doesn't she start in March? I think Emma starts in March, right? So Julie, now here's the thing. You asked me what I'm going to do, outline these birds in. I think on this canvas, what I'm going to do, now this is a small canvas, but 62 colors. That means there's a lot of little bags in here. And I don't want this to be a big ES for y'all's budgets and wallets. So I'm trying to limit this ES, but it doesn't mean I won't do different things. Like I'm going to put hexacubes and quad cubes on that. That's not going to be in the ES because that's just too much to write up for the little guy. But what I'm going to take is the black and probably do a glitter for all the black outlining on this. That will hit most of the outlining. But then the other outlining are 3 dark red colors, the 814, 15, and a 498. And I think what I might do, I have to make a decision. I might take the 814 and 815 and I might do a crystal outline in that. And that will get most of that outlined. And I might do another glitter outline in the 498. And that way we cover most of the outlinings on the canvas. We won't hit them all. And the things I'm going to do, like I'm going to do a dust here for the throat. And so I'm going to get dust for this, this, and this. So each one of these birds' head is going to have dust for mine, but I'm not going to do that in the ES because it's too much. I like choosing my own, but I'll look at it, Cheryl. Emma Casey is February and March. Gotcha. Well, we don't have a lot of Emma Casey, and we certainly don't have enough to be ready for March. Well, my mini will be one of the Emma sets. That's true. So you could do a small but mighty, which means a small canvas, which would be an Emma canvas, and also be along with Emma Casey. Kaleidoscope would be beautiful outline and complement all the colors. Yes, but the kaleidoscope, are you talking about the metallic, Donna? Because we can't get that anymore. So she's saying that wings look like hearts. That's what she's saying. So these wings look like hearts. So there's so many colors in all the outlines that an ES can't possibly be written up to include all the things that I will be putting on my canvas. But I'll do a general thing like the black with the glitter, something for at least these 3 guys' heads. I'll do 1 P4S that will touch the eyes here like this and a little bit of lining down in here. And that way a P4S, you'll get texture here. We'll get a few sparklers in here in the background a little bit, and then a lot of the lining. So that's what we'll do, and we'll design that. I'll get this written up here shortly, but I will be doing more on this one than what I write up. I will borrow yours. The wings look like hearts. Yep, that's right, Donna. We have not yet been able to get that again. Uh-oh. So let's see. Emma Casey DP along with Brittany and Robin is a February 1st till the end of March. So it's a 2-month thing. Thanks, Jen M. And we just won't have all those designed in time. Do you share what you do? Sure. Yes, the events are listed. There is a group. One of the mods, can y'all sling that link, please, for all the event group there? No, I didn't. Did you hear that, Berta? Will you borrow yours? No, I don't see a question, Cheryl. let's see. So Rochelle says, I see bling immediately when I look at a canvas, and once I see it, I can't unsee it. Did you see my question? Are you not sharing any of mine? Oh, I didn't see any of yours. I didn't think you sent them in time. I don't see anything you sent, Cheryl. Did you send any pictures? Let's see. Maybe you put them in Facebook. Let me go see. Let's go send Facebook. Is that what you're asking? Often when I get a it just comes to you, huh? Let's see. Also puts an event video every month. Sparkling, so Rich stood there. Yeah, well, my phone won't go to the group. Let's see. There it is. Here's some. Okay, so if you look in there, I made a post for people can go and see. Like here's a video from Angelina. That's the Inner Kingdom. And that's why I asked for up close pictures, because you can't see all the bling in that. You can see it sparkle, but you can't see all the bling in it. Here's some. That's nice. Pearls. Carrie. I haven't seen Carrie tonight. She did a lot of pearls in this one. Very good, folks. I'm glad y'all got to. There's Cheryl. She posted some with quad cubes, starburst, twisted stars, and half pearls. So there's some there, and that's with the stars. Oh, yes. Thank you, Anna. That's right. You did send me some. You were on my list. So Anna, I knew, had used the twisted stars last year. Now look what she did. This is when we were first learning more about them. So here's a twisted star in hers. And again, she put the P4S in the four corners and then dropped it down in a 3x3 space. And she's just showing the P4S she used to coordinate with that with her background. And then here, and there it is again, a little bit further out. And then we'll show you the overall effect there. A little Bella Art de Nicole dragon. So cute. And she just sprinkled those. It was not going to turn for me. She just sprinkled those in the background around there. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So that's from Anna. She used a twisted star there. And so go check out the Facebook group, because a lot of these paintings, I can't see the big bling if it's not up close pictures. There's the ninja star. Cheryl did post a up close picture of that. There's a ninja star. So that's on a round painting. And there's the event page. Thanks, Terry, for that. And Caitlin, you talk about a good blinger too. Caitlin's really good and really fast. Here's one of Caitlin's videos showing hers. I appreciate that. So I'm going to have a fun time looking through that. There's a lot of pictures there. I can't see up close for all of them. Holy smokes. There's one from Carrie with quad cubes. Woo-wee. Looks like a Christmas tree. Maybe it is. No worries, Anita. Go get warmed up. Ooh, that's cool. So big S4S is on the right. There you go. There's some big S4S there. Those, I think, are in wings, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be mistaken there. So I like the close-up pictures. They're better. Oh, yeah, I love the slivers and sliverettes right there, and the castle in the background. Look at that. Ooh-wee. There you go. So really good there. Yes, and again, in the lighthouse, those sliverettes there, it's crazy. We can go on, and Terry's doing really good too. Here's quad pearls. There's quad pearls, and I like how that, see how that's a 3x3. So there's a 3x3 space with the quad pearl in the corner. I love it. Yeah, Arlene, you can be in the group and just get ideas from me. You don't got to post anything in the group at all. Here's more big S4S. Wow, that's all over. That's along with quads as well. So that's quad and the big S4S. Very good. Oh, good. Starburst. There's Leanne. There's Leanne. Look at you doing the starburst. Thank y'all. See, that is perfect. And that way, everybody, the members can go in there and look at all of this. And here's Rochelle, or not this one, sorry. There's doing quad cubes all around the middle of a flower. So yes, join the group, answer the questions so they'll let you in. Y'all are doing fantastic putting those pictures there. Let's see. I think Rochelle sent another message. Instead of color blocking, add sparklers. It changes the canvas. So she says Raina's background was boring, and so she added S for S butternut to it. Oh, nice. Watch this. This is another one from Rochelle right here. And she said the background was all boring, and she didn't like all the color blocking. So what she did was she would streak different S for S up in there and made it not as boring. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Stay warm, Anita and Houdini. Yeah, maybe he'll be a little warmer tonight. So y'all did fantastic there. Okay, now we'll go back. Okay, so I was even going to show you how to drop things in, but you see how it is. So the 2x3 space for a hexacube, obviously a 2x2 on a quad cube, and most of the big bling, most of it. And but the hexacubes usually fit in afterwards. And then the stars, again, the twisted star, ninja star. I have a little quick video on the on the channel if you want to see that. And it's a 3x3 space where you turn it sideways and put it down, and you can put a P for S or S for S around it. The Saint was fun and framed. Yes, the Saint, that was another one. And she has a video of Saint. She's doing a Christmas tree right now that she's got bling all over that Christmas tree, a big bling. But it was in video form. Shawana's here. Howdy, Shawana. So let's do some drawings, folks. Let's drawings going. I want a winner for Tia's beautiful pen. And I guess you can email me and I'll get the information to Tia. That's what we will do. So Tia's hey, the Palm Pal pens, you need to go check her out. Y'all, check those out. Those are so convenient to have, not only if you have an e-pen. We were using these way before e-pens were ever a thing. So check out Palm Pal pens, and somebody sling the link in there to Palm Pal pens. All righty, and let's do a drawing here. Okay, hashtag Billy, B-I-L-L-I-E, hashtag Billy. We're going to do 2 drawings tonight for Tia's Palm Pal pen. And by the way, I have still been diamond painting. I've been laying a drill down every night. How about that? I've been laying a drill down. So that should not be infinity screen. That should be just me going straight to Billy here. Just a second. It should happen. It should happen. We'll see it in just a minute. It better be. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, help me. J-Paw. Okay, so we changed over something again tonight, and it ain't working. I don't know why. So I guess you're just going to have to trust me again. I will. Okay, y'all are seeing me again, and it did infinity screen. We have 143 entries, okay? And I'll do little videos. Sorry. J-Paw changed something around again. He was trying to fix my microphone. So he did an update on whatever that thing is. I can't remember. OBS. He did an update in OBS, right? But right before the live. So apparently not all the hot buttons work. At least the overhead worked. That's good. Okay. So we are going to draw. I will do a video now, and hashtag Billy. Here we go. I'm feeling a little elementary right now, says Vaughn. And draw. Who's going to win that first giveaway? Let's see who it's going to be. Spunky Red, Lisa, Kate, Dark Knight Runs with Scissors, Bonnie, and Danielle. I haven't even seen Danielle in here much. Danielle Govro, she is the winner. I will show y'all that in a minute. And that is of Tia's pen. Now, Tia, we didn't talk about that. She does not live in the U.S. So she can be the winner of mine if you would like, Tia. Is Blame It on J-Paw a bingo square? It's a good question, Arlene. I don't know. Oh my gosh, where's my light on? Stop it. Okay. Danielle won. Let me show you the video. All righty. Let me go back. I better have done the video. Where is the video? Apparently, no, it's okay. I can take a screenshot. The video didn't work. I'll take a picture. The video didn't work. So we'll just take a picture. Not of me. Not of me. Stop. Okay, Danielle was the winner. And so, Tia, yes, let her win yours. No worries. Danielle, you're going to get a $15 coupon code, and you can choose either the mini tray in the lime and purple or a full pair of jiggers if you want, okay? Yeah, I know, baby. It's okay. Danielle orders occasionally, so she can win for me, and I haven't seen her in here. There she is. Gotcha. Gotcha. So just email me, dpwithsparklers@gmail.com, and we'll get you taken care of. Okay, now for Tia's pin. Sorry about that, Danielle. Now for Tia's pin. Let me go back over there. And apparently I don't know how to take a video. I know how to turn my light on the phone, apparently, and not take a video. Yeah, we're going to draw again. Draw again. Here we go. And let's see who the winner is. I'm not going to video it. I'm not even going to try. I'll go take a picture when it's done. Because apparently I can't do that right either tonight. No. Okay, Sheldon Grandkids 2978. That's you, Gail. You won that one. Yay. Y'all should see all the streamers and everything all set for your bedtime. No, I'm not. Thank you very much, phone. Okay, there you go. Sheldon Grandkids. You won the Tia pin. Sheldon Grandkids 2978. Can you imagine having that many grandkids? 2978. All righty. No worries, Miss Danielle. Just email me, both of you ladies. And I have had fun blinging this month. I hope y'all have had fun blinging this month and learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from all of you folks. I really am. I like seeing the skin color chart that Tia and J-Rob did. I love seeing all the examples that y'all have given of the slivers, all the big bling, even the little P4S. What would y'all like to talk about next week? Y'all let me know. Only Teemaw would even think of that. What? I'm going to go check out your pins. Yes, you do that. Hope everyone has a good night. And next week, we're giving away a gift card to Tracy's DP World. So you're going to want to be here. We're going to have more than one giveaway again next week. We're going to wrap up the Blinging in the New Year event. Hopefully, you're still plugging along with the Ticket to Ride. We're going to start other events. Apparently, the Small and Mighty event and the Emma Casey event. They're a code for the pin. I don't think there's codes for the pin. Is there, Tia? I don't think so. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate you. And I want y'all to go check out folks. Go check them out. Oh, how many grandkids? Gotcha. Thanks, Matt. I'm like, well, how many? Well, it says grandkids. I didn't think of that. It just says grandkids. But anyway. Ooh, I'm glad y'all here. Maybe this eye sty won't get so bad. Maybe. We'll see. I'd like a blue fat one when you can. Go email her. Romancing. That's right. Romancing the Romance. So Romance Art starts. That event starts February 1st. What else? Grand finale for Asian event tomorrow, 4 p.m. Oh, shoot. Eve, you got to remind me. You got to remind me, girl. So she told me she'd remind me. So you must remind me. So tomorrow, I don't think we're planning on going nowhere tomorrow. That's for sure. So tomorrow, 4 p.m., which is 3 my time, I think. So just remind me, we're going to have that grand finale there. Oh, I'm still loading pens. There are 4 up. I have 28 total. Yay. Yes. Favorite my restore and return as she loads more. Thank you, Eve. I appreciate that because I had already forgotten about it. Whew. All righty. Yes. A lot of events starting up. Some continuing to go. See if they go for more. Ticket to Ride. There's still time to join Ticket to Ride. We're just into the 3rd week of Ticket to Ride. It's at least 8 to 10 weeks long. So join it. Have fun traveling everywhere. You want the mermaid pin. Trish wants a mermaid pin. So y'all get that. I will remind you tomorrow. Thank you, sweetheart. There's also Fairy Tales and Folklore event. I am not trying to miss anybody. I'm sponsoring most of the events. I just forget about them too. I can't remember. Lorenz is still going. So it's a 2-month event, apparently. There you go. So not trying to forget anybody. Check out the link for all the events. Hope everyone in the Storm Pass stays safe and warm. Yes. Yes, Spunky Red. Amen. I agree wholeheartedly. Everybody stay safe, stay warm. And until next time, let's not freeze. Let's not freeze. But we will all be in a frozen state, or a lot of us will be in a frozen state next week. Well, let's see what happens this week. But remember to shine bright and don't let anybody dull your sparkle. Bye now. See y'all tomorrow. No, next week. See you next week. Stay safe. Y'all are welcome. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, because I loved learning too. I did. I loved it. Now I want to bling up my canvas more.